Hey, Coach. When we were talking to KP yesterday, she mentioned, the importance of some of the younger players, Tanaya, Chance, getting their opportunity while she was out, and the importance of that depth. I feel like sometimes, people don't always see the behind-the-scenes work and stuff. Just what have you seen from them as far as, practice habits and things like that, that you're comfortable that when their number is called, they'll be able to contribute?
Yeah, I mean, the best teams, they all have stars, right? But the ones that go far have a great bench. And, that's something that we've prioritized in terms of, the balance of our roster. In terms of those two specifically, I think, Chance has a really good understanding of the game. She, incredible defender for being a rookie, and some of the players that she's guarding, but her habits are elite. Like the story when she got drafted, she wasn't even watching; she was in the gym shooting, right? Like the night of the draft. That's just who she is. So there's an intense focus to her commitment to being a pro. And you said the word practice habits, and that's what she has shown. And you do that, and then the veterans they learn to quickly trust you. And then Tanaya, I think she's done a good job. It's hard coming in as a rookie and have to I think the biggest adjustment is to be a point guard in this league. But she's shown up, and her minutes have been less predictable maybe for her. And that's when you just have the focus has been just to be game ready. But our player development staff, works with her daily in just staying ready. But both those guys, I think, are going to be longtime pros in the W.
Hey there. Is there any minutes restriction on KP tonight, or what kind of do you expect from her coming back?
Yeah, we'll keep an eye on her. The one thing, as I've said many times, she's not going to want to hear that. If she's been told she can play, then she wants to play. But that's just something we're going to need to keep an eye on. There's nothing formal from our medical staff, but it's certainly, we need to keep an eye on her and see how she's moving.
Justin, second row left side.
Hey, Lynn.
Hey.
I don't have the numbers directly in front of me, but it seems like De'Erica's been not rolling to the rim as much as she had been able to last year. I won't say she's struggling, but it does feel like she's not getting to her spots as easily as a year ago under you. How do you kind of get her going and getting the team around her and getting her into those spots?
Yeah. I don't have the numbers in front of me either, but you're right. And, we need her. And so a lot of that is on me in terms of, tweaking some things to get her in space. Her footwork is unbelievable, and just a feel for how to get to the rim. So I've got to put her in space where she can catch it with space to get to the rim. So that's what it's no secret that she hasn't had the last couple games have not been good, but I don't put the blame fully on her. At all, and not fully. I don't put it on her at all. So we made some adjustments and to play more to her strengths, and we'll see how it goes.
Nikki on your right.
Yeah, Coach, coming off such a strong defensive performance, when you look at process-wise what success on the offensive end will look like, what will that look like to you today?
Yeah, I mean, it's ironic, right? Like last year, all we talked about was how we got to get better defensively, and we have. And now it's like, what's wrong with the offense? Which, that is the process, right? And this will only be our second game where we have our whole roster. And I do think it's not an excuse, but it is a variable, right? So that will help. In terms of process, I want to see us play with more pace, and our spacing has to be better, kind of to Justin's point. Like we've got to space things out and play a little just with more space. And so that's the process that I'm looking for.
Wonderful. And we have a high school intern, Kelly, who has
Well,
been
hello,
doing some
Kelly.
research and has a question for you.
I love it. Bring it. Bring the heat, Kelly.
Aside from building skill with your team, what is your strategy to building strong chemistry with your players?
Okay, Kelly.
Hey, Kelly.
All right, I see you. That's a great question, and that's something that if you're gonna win, you got to have great chemistry and great culture, right? Those two words are kind of synonymous. We did intentionally bringing in players that we think fit one another, fit the culture of what we're trying to build. But chemistry culture, it's not something, it's not just a slogan on the wall, it's how you show up every day. It's how, the standards that we set as a staff, and then players, player led. But it's a constant evolving organism, the chemistry and the culture. And we're a work in progress, but I really like the group. Great question.
In the back on your right, Sabrina.
Hey, Lynn.
Oh, there you are.
When you're playing a Dallas team where they run so much of their offense through a big
Yeah.
Jess Shepard, what sort of challenges does that present defensively when they invert so many things?
Yeah, and Shepard's having a great season so far. She's kind of unlocked their team, and they've got guys that can shoot it, and she's a good passer. It's not dissimilar from AT and Phoenix, but it's not quite the freight train that is AT. It's more finesse and skill, that kind of stuff. Both are challenging, and both are effective. It's just being aware off ball. They'll set a lot of flares and action to get AZ or Paige or whomever, Enrique. They run good stuff, and it's tricky when you have it's almost like a point forward, getting things going from them. If she gets a defensive rebound, she's bringing it up. What was the stat I just saw? Like in the last 5 games, she's initiated the offense in transition like 65 times or something like that. So it's obviously something they're trying to do, and we've got to be locked in.
Mike out in front of Sabrina.
Coach, talked to E. Weezy, and she talked about how important it is for you guys to win at home.
Oof.
So far, you guys 1-4.
Thank you.
What do you think what do you think the difference is when it comes to the focus of your team compared to how they were able to play on the road to when they're here at home?
Yeah, I mean, that's something that, we do with the org, try to do as much as we can to eliminate distractions. We get hotel rooms for them down here so they can just be in the, but at the end of the day, by 7 p.m., they've got to be able to focus and not be distracted. And that's a part of being a pro athlete. When you play at home, people want tickets, and, there's just stuff. And you've got to figure out how to protect yourself from that and guard yourself from that and be locked in on what you're supposed to do. But we have got to start competing with the same focus, the same intensity, the same kind of collective energy that we do on the road. We have to.
Last 3 questions, John first.
Speaking of competition, I just spoke with Kelsey Plum before this game, and this has the makings of a high-level competition, especially if you talk about the backcourts.
Mm-hmm.
On your side, Erica, Kelsey, Ariel, Ray, their side, Paige, AZ, Enrique,
Yeah.
Odyssey, whoever
Yeah.
whoever else they want to put out there. But with that said, how do you want to see them play when it comes to competing, but then also like playing within the team instead of it like, one-on-one, this person,
Yes.
this person, and all that type of stuff?
Yes, and that it can be a trap, right? If my man goes down and scores on me, then I'm going to try to go down and score on her. You have to avoid doing that. It's not a one-on-one battle. The team is either going to win or we're going to lose. Same for Dallas. So it's that commitment to execution and locking in on what we're trying to do as a group versus what you're trying to do against, whoever just shot one in your eye down at the other end. And that can be hard because these guys are elite competitors. And they all know each other so well and all the things. So it's a good question, and it's a variable.
DJ, and then we'll finish with Rashawn.
Hey, Coach DJ from Revolt. You talked about Jessica Shepard running the offense through her. How do you balance, a team that can run the offense through Jessica Shepard and then turn immediately and run the offense through like AZ Fudd or
Paige or whatever. Yeah.
Yep.
Again, it's just part of being the locked in on defense and focused. When we score or it's a dead ball, like they'll run it traditionally, right? But in defensive transition, if Jess gets a rebound, she's going. So it's just having awareness of what's going on in the possession. But it does make them really dangerous.
Last question, Rashawn.
Hi, Coach. Back here.
Hey.
Obviously, KP's leading the league in scoring, but what did you miss from her? An intangible that you missed from her when she was out of the lineup?
That's a good question. I mean, I don't know that it's intangible, but her ability to her gravity when she attacks the basket. It pulls people to her, and she has a knack. I don't know what she's averaging assist wise, but it's a lot. So while she is leading the league in scoring, her assist numbers are elite too. So she just has a gravity to her when she, wherever she goes, she's going to get attention, and that opens things up for other people. That's not really intangible, but that's what I miss the most.
Thanks, Coach.
All right, thank you guys. See you after.